You know, hope you're well. Haven't done a video in a while where I've kind of just sat back, had a pipe and chat. So I thought I'd do that tonight. Enjoying some Germain's 1820 Flake. Fantastic blend. I wish I had more. Although I think that's what everyone says about certain blends, especially Germain's. Because it's only done in, would you say, yeah, it's only done in bulk, let's say. What I mean by that is, you don't get 1820 flakes in tins, you only get it in bags, in bags or loose. And that's and it's also the fact that I don't think it had been available until maybe start of 2021, or maybe midway through 2021. It hadn't been available for, I think, over a year. So cellar wise, I don't have a lot at all. I've got this jar, excuse the plasters, organised in the workshop. Stupidly, I've got a kind of a little Bosch drill bit kit, which has got kind of different drill bits and socket bits that it's just very handy to have for not pipe making, but bits around the house and just general DIY. And I went to pull out one of the drill bits that come in kind of like a plastic mould, and for some reason I pulled it by the tip of the drill bit, which is obviously extremely sharp, and as I pulled out it just sliced open my fingers, so got that one today. But yeah, 1820 Flake. This jar, I'd say, is maybe just under 50 grams worth of 1820 Flake. And then I've got another jar which used to be my smoking jar before I got another 50 grams and started to smoke from this. That might have, let's say, I don't know, 200 grams in it. And then, actually no, probably about 150. And then I've got a sealed jar, which is a cellar jar, which won't open for years and years and years, which has 200 in it. So you could say I might have a pound, maybe. In the sense that I might have over a pound's about 450 grams in it. Yeah, I might have a pound, but that's it. Matchlet. So for a blend which is really good and which everyone enjoys, it's not a lot. But again, it's one of those things where either there's a drop and I miss it, or there's a drop and I don't have the funds available. Because there's been a few times where there's been bags of 1820 Flake, but all those times I'm not really in the financial position to kind of spend, what is it, I think a bag these days is about £160. So it's not a small amount of money. You've also got the issue that out of all the Germain's blends, my three favourite are 1820 Flake, Special IKEA Flake, and of course Rich Dark Flake. And I've got a decent amount of Special IKEA Flake. I think I've got, I don't know, maybe, I think 8 tins, which I'm happy to have because I like tins for long-term aging. So I've got about 8 tins and maybe 300 or 400 grams loose. And Rich Dark Flake, I've got maybe, I think 5 tins I've got, which are seemingly what Simon did remember on one of his lives, I think he gave someone a tin of Richard Flake, and he kind of mentioned about how they're pretty rare now. And I thought about it, and what he says is true in the sense that I think in the last year I've only seen one drop of Germain's Richard Flake, which are being tins. The rest of it's just being loose. I don't know if that's just, it might be just pure luck that certain distributors haven't got tins or they're holding back on tins, but I agree, I haven't actually seen many tins. So I've got 5 tins and I've got not a bad amount loose, maybe 400, 500 grams loose. So potentially I've got £2. But again, for a Richard Flake, that's not enough at all. But I suppose that's like any Germain's blend. It's the way I see it, kind of. Germain's is one of those brands that everyone lures after and kind of hunts down. I'm the same. I used to be a fanatic. I would use to make sure I checked GQ Tobaccos 2 times a day to see if there was any Rich Dark Flake or special Lac Gear Flake, because at the time I hadn't even seen 1820 Flake because it just never came out. Whereas nowadays I'm kind of calmed back a bit. I'm kind of focusing more on my cellar, exploring the wide range of tobaccos, but trying to cellar as deep as I can, not as quick as I can, but cellaring blends that I know I enjoy. Because we're all in the fortunate situation now where I think we all know that tax is coming, restrictions is coming, considering tobacco sales. I mean, here in the UK, I was on GQ Tobacco's website the other day, and I think the cheapest blend by the tin I saw was, I think, cellaring. I think their tins were £15.85, that's pounds. I think kind of Simon Gawith's were £16.85. But when Germain's come out, I think their tins are now pushing £17, which is a lot more expensive than the US, obviously, but obviously not as much as some other countries. But my point there is that I recall even a year ago that the most you'd pay for a tin is £15.50. But it's because in the last kind of 12, 16, 18 months, the prices of tobacco, tax-wise, has been massively increased. So we're paying about £2 more than you were a year ago, which is a big jump in just a year. But that's why I'm kind of focusing more on selling tobaccos which aren't as hard to get your hands on. You don't have to pay exuberant prices for. A blend I got in just the other day, actually. It might have actually been Christmas Eve it arrived, was McBaron's HH Pure Virginia. Put this back down. Which, again, I like the square tins, although I have heard that, I can't remember who said it, but I've only had 2 bowls of this. I'm going to hold my judgment until I've smoked through at least half the tin. But I did hear that they're changing to this round tins, which if they do is kind of a shame, because I really like this, the kind of shape of tin. It's different. Like all tins here I've got Alex's Prize. All tins these days are either the more American kind of tin. These ones, this is quite nice. Or your classic European tins, which there's nothing wrong with them, but there's just something nice about getting nice square tins because it's not the norm anymore. Everything's going round, or more uniform kind of regulations and laws. So I like this. So if I do enjoy this blend and that is true, I think I will buy maybe 4 or 5 tins and just put away. So I've got the kind of classic square tins. But so far this is a really nice blend. Love the gold inside. Great colour on the Germain. Nice and dark, mixture of lights, and the smell is fantastic. Really thin flakes. I'll try and get one out. Paper thin. It's really small. But it does smell fantastic. Again, something you can't get here actually. You can't get the HH line. I heard rumours not long ago that McBaron as a whole were almost going to pull out of the UK. I don't know if that's still true. I do know that there's a vast array of McBaron tobaccos which we can't get our hands on. That being one of them. I think we only get 1 or 2. I think we get HH Old Dark Fire and HH Latakia Flake, and that's it. We don't get Pure Virginia, we don't get the Burley. I think there might be one more. And there's still a vast array of McBaron that we don't get. So if that is true, I wouldn't be surprised, because the selection we get is pretty poor compared to Europe and the US. But yeah, like I say, I'm just focusing on building a cellar. 2022, that's definitely up there in priorities. Tobacco wise, this is just not. I'm still, because I'm relatively new, I still want to explore and try as many blends as I can. But I'm also at the stage to where I've realised that we might not be able to get our hands on certain blends here, there and everywhere. Any brand could close their doors tomorrow. So I'm trying to really find blends that I really enjoy and cellar on those blends. I might do a cellar video maybe next month, or maybe actually I would do one this month maybe, because I think it's been about a year since I started my cellar. I mean even from kind of last October, as in October 2020, I was buying up kind of Rich Dark Flake tins, and I was buying 2 at a time. Say I would keep one aside and open the other one. So I've kind of been cellaring from the very start. But I've been focusing really on cellaring last January. So it's been about a year since I've kind of started to focus on saying, if I'm buying say a tin of this, never tried it before, but I got 2 tins. Not because I know I'm going to think it's amazing and I'm going to open the second one straight away, just because in case, even if I'm not a fan of it, I've got a tin in the cellar which I can sit there for say 5-10 years, open it up, it could be amazing. But it's about trying to buy things in 2s or in pairs, so you've always got, you're building up kind of supply. Because if you buy 1 tin, obviously it depends on your financial situation. I wish I could buy 10 tins at a time when I order, but I just can't afford it. Especially here in the UK. Like say the average tin, I'm trying to really, this year, one of the things that I need to try and do is cellar and stock up on Samuel Gareth and Gavin Hogarth blends. I love Full Virginia Flake. I do have that cellar. I've got I think 5 or 6 tins of Full Virginia Flake. So I don't mind that. Obviously that's nowhere near enough. If they were to go bust tomorrow or close their doors tomorrow, I would never have enough. But I'm okay with that just now. But a blend I do enjoy is St James Flake. I don't have a single tin. I've actually only got maybe about 20 grams left loose. So that is a blend which I'm really focusing on this year. I would like to have at least £1 by the end of the year of St James Flake. Obviously, I mean, £1 isn't that unachievable if I was just selling that blend. But obviously I need to try and cellar a variety of tobaccos which I enjoy. I've kind of got, I'd say, 6 or 7 core tobaccos which I do enjoy, which I'm cellaring as much as I can just now. Unfortunately, 3 of which are 1820 Flake, Rich Dark Flake, and Special IQ Flake. They're kind of, you buy up when you can. I'd say the other ones is probably all like golden sliced. Peter Slocumby, very underrated tobacco. People don't realise how cheap that is. I mean, a pound of, say, luxury twist flake sets it back about $35–40 maybe a bit more. But I mean, for a pound, I mean, a pound of tobacco in the UK costs you about £160–170. So to get the equivalent for $45, potentially £30–35, it's incredible. And the tobaccos are very underrated. They're fantastic blends, and because they come in bulk, I mean, 2 ounces might be £3 or £4 compared to a 2 ounce tin being £10, £12, £13. So yeah, that's kind of my goal for this year, tobacco wise, is to, yes, try new blends here and there, but I don't have to try every single blend under the sun. It's kind of buying blends which I know I like. So I'm not a fan of, say, dark fired. So I'm not going to buy up loads of dark fired tobacco to see if I like it. Yes, I might buy the odd one here and there to see if I enjoy that one maybe, or if my palate's grown into it. But the majority will be Virginia Periques, and Latakia based blends. That's what my plan is for next year. And I'm sure you all have a plan. I was watching Ross's video, Icken Dipper. I can never pronounce his handle. But he was saying that his goal kind of for this year is to buy tobaccos when they're on sale and kind of only, which is what I've tried to do. So McBaron, I bought 2 tins when they're on sale. A few other blends, Sutliff's, a few of their blends I bought on sale. I think I will still buy blends, no, they're not on sale, because, like, for example, all that Golden Slice, it's never really on sale. Germain's never on sale. So there's blends like that which aren't an exception. But especially if I wanted any C&D or any GOP's blends, I would definitely wait until they're on sale, just to save the money, and to be able to buy more at the time. Right, I've rambled on for almost 20 minutes now. Hopefully, might even do a workshop tour tomorrow. Like I said, I'm trying to get much more regular with content. Maybe not tomorrow. Again, it's a mess behind the camera. But it's because I've built this workbench and insulated the doors and been insulating more of the workshop, which I'll show you in a video. So if it's not one tomorrow, there'll be one on Tuesday. But yeah, try to get more regular with the content, and bring you a selection of videos. So yeah, I'll stop rambling on. Bit a long one, but I suppose, again, this is also first pipe of the year, this is. So I thought I'd go for a good tobacco. Although I've not smoked in 10 minutes, so it's gonna reel it. But yeah, first video of the year, first pipe of the year. Here's to many more. And for those who haven't seen the previous video, I wish you all a happy new year. And let's hope for the best. I'll catch you later, guys.